We would like to take a moment to thank executive producer Nigeru for sponsoring this reaction. We really appreciate your sponsorship and hope you enjoy the reaction.
Hey, yo, welcome back to another EP sponsor reaction. This one right here is the continuation of Broadchurch Season 2, Episode number 8.
The Season 2 finale.
Oh, this is the end?
This is the verdict.
Oh.
We get to get the verdict. Remember the last episode edited and the verdict is...
Oh, shiggity. Shiggity doo-dah. Alright, well, there's probably about to be some fireworks popping off. You know how this show get down. But don't forget to like and subscribe anyway. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to keep telling all their friends that we over here finishing up Season 2 of Broadchurch, and it's for the algorithm. So thank you.
Shout out to executive producer Nigeru for sponsoring this reaction. We really appreciate it. A couple comments from the last episode, starting with executive producer Jojo, who says, ending on, has the jury reached a verdict, is rough for the once a month thing. It is rough. It's so rough.
Yeah. That's why I already even forgot about it.
And we almost we would have finished it, honestly, on our own if all the drama of last month didn't happen. It was just not going to happen. Not too much to say here because it's just all about the verdict and the answer at this point. Just a couple of quick things. I agree that it was smart to do a different format of mystery where it's more of a puzzle and less of a twist for the second season. Unless it is, no spoilers here, as to whether or not there is. Also, I can clarify that it's never made clear whether Alec and Claire had a romantic relationship or not. I think I saw J Rabbit wondering on that point. I assume there were some predatory attempts from Claire to use Alec's marriage situation to manipulate and seduce him, but my personal interpretation is that he never actually slept with her because his primary goal is solving the Sandbrook case, and he destroyed that if he slept with the primary witness. On the other hand, he did proposition Becca Fisher, who was a pretty major witness. So, anyway, I'll leave you with a new UK fun fact. Those beach huts are on many UK beaches and are normally privately owned. They range from storage beach shelters from the early 20th century to incredibly modern, almost tiny house on wheels style ones. I actually saw a news story that a pretty fancy one, but I must reiterate, still a beach hut with a kitchen and loft for sleeping, located in an incredibly posh area right near the real-life equivalent to Sandbrook, was on the market for over £500,000.
Oh, that's cheap.
Crazy town.
Yeah.
Maybe for those little tiny ass huts they're talking about. Remember the storage unit things?
That Alex was at?
Yeah, no. The little hut things.
Oh, I can't remember those. But they was on the waterfront too?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, baby, the little storage where she was like hiding in the little storage closet thing. Oh, girl.
Oh, yeah.
And they're the storage units. That one of those that was a little bit more posher.
But they had freaking...
For, what did she say? £500,000.
Oh, that's it.
Baby, it's a fucking storage unit.
I told you something about the storage unit, baby.
You're right. That's why they're popping up everywhere. Thank you, JoJo, for sharing that. And then executive producer Nigeru, who is sponsoring this reaction, says, I love seeing how Claire and Lee's relationship dissolves. Also, is it just me, or does Claire sound like a pirate? I didn't think I'd be as invested in the Sandbrook case as I was this season. Man, I'm totally invested, so I feel you. The closing arguments were interesting in that both teams abandoned evidence and appealed to the jury's imaginations. The prosecution as to why Joe didn't testify, and the defense suggesting that Mark is the killer. Like I said at the beginning of the season, I love seeing how the consequences of actions in Season 1 are playing out in Season 2. I can't see Alec getting involved with Claire at all. He seems too stuck on his wife. I think the show is just playing with us by suggesting a romantic relationship between them as it is wont to do. Yeah. I mean, I can't see it either. Like, it just doesn't seem in his personality type. Yeah. But they are definitely trying to tease like the shit happened. Yeah. So, alright, let's jump into the finale. So excited to see how this all plays out.
Previously on Broadchurch, those two girls, Lisa Newberry, 19, was babysitting for her 12-year-old cousin Pippa. Pippa's parents went away for the night to a friend's wedding. They came back the next day, and both the girls were gone.
Isn't it Arabic?
Pippa, the 12-year-old, she was found 3 days later. Lisa, Officially, she's still missing. Our main suspect was a man called Lee Ashworth. He had a solid alibi.
He's my husband. You have to be satisfied that you are sure of the defendant's guilt. You are the judges of fact. You must put aside any emotion and approach this in a cold, analytical way.
You're sitting in there saying that I might be the killer.
You're saying Pepper's pendant actually belonged to Claire. You took this. You had this all along!
There's a verdict. Jury coming back in.
No, they ain't gonna be Miss Hung Carrot and
Have you reached a verdict on this
not
defendant?
unanimous.
Yes,
Is this the verdict of you all, or as a majority?
a majority.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay, it's done.
Will the defendant please stand?
It's crazy
Do you
how they
find
put
the
them in glass.
defendant, Joseph Michael Miller, guilty or not guilty?
More story.
Not guilty.
Oh! Oh my God! What the fuck?
How? Explain.
What the actual
Mr.
fuck?
Miller,
How?
you have been found not guilty. You're free to leave the dock.
This is the bullshit. Bullshit.
How?
Thank you, my lady.
Members of the jury, thank you for your careful attention to the facts and for delivering your verdict. You have discharged your duties honourably. This has been an extremely difficult and distressing case.
You ain't lying.
And as such, this court excuses you all from any future jury duty. Thank you.
Hey, I don't have to do any more, babe.
Claire, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Pippa Gillespie and Lisa Newberry. You do not have to say anything but it may harm your defence if you do not mention questions that we shall later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Right, go.
That's one case closest, another case. Yeah.
Your Honor, do you think we have one more case? I got this lady right here. How? I mean, what's the reason? What's the reason for not guilty? It's too much uncertainty of who could have done it.
How is that justice? It's not. Go and be with your family.
I want to kill him, Al.
I know.
But you can't.
Me too.
Let's just do it. Just kidding.
Come on in, come on. What does it take to destroy lives forever? 12 people. 12 ordinary, stupid, easily swayed, hard-of-thinking arseholes.
Alec, I'm so sorry.
I arrested this woman at 2:32 p.m. She is aware she's under caution. I need you to take her to the next for me to sort out an interview room.
Yeah, around the custody suite at Broadchurch, then we're bringing someone in, I'll sit with you.
No, I need Miller.
Yeah, of course he's...
Claire just handed me this pendant. You two should have plenty to talk about.
It's depending we got to
There are any
work.
restrictions on where you can go?
Not now, they just need to found not guilty.
How do we get him back in court? He killed Danny and he's got off by playing the system.
Can't appeal.
I don't see the nobility in this job. I see a loaded, lopsided game. Full of...
I think you're wrong, by the way. You're wrong, you know, what you said to Lee in there. We're not all alone.
Oh, you're right, Mama.
You're right, Miller.
I wasn't sure you'd come.
I can't believe you asked. Anyway, I never miss a chance to be belittled.
I want to work with you.
You want to what?
I'm not ready to stop
In fact, I'm just getting going again.
You don't want to end on a loss.
No, I bloody don't, and especially not to you.
Why would I ever want to work with you again?
Because I bring prestige, which matters. Don't protest. I'm brilliant. I'll be your conscience.
I want to be a second.
Challenge what you do, and I still think you need that. I think you're wrong about the law. I understand why. But it is a calling. It is noble. And I think you need to get that back.
I don't need a tutor.
Yes, you do. We all do.
It wouldn't work. I'm sorry, but no.
I've done some work on this.
Yes,
Oh my God, Chris says.
You get your son out of there.
You know it is.
You're wrong about your son's case.
Mm-hmm.
I think there could be grounds for appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get these files?
They're the originals you sent me.
And you kept them, even though you don't like me very much.
I don't have to like you, but I have to believe in you. I've spent too much time here recently being afraid. I need a way back in.
You can get my son now.
No, what's the matter, Joe? You worried about what could happen? Get out! Mark, what are you going to do to me? Please don't.
Girl, I ain't got your shit, baby.
I trusted you.
Aren't you a God-fearing man?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'll talk to the mom.
Sit down.
Sit your ass down.
Sit down.
I ain't even here free man now, babe.
Do you know how many knives there are in here? 14. I counted them while I was waiting. Thought about which would be best to use on you. No. Don't open your mouth. You don't get to speak. You could have kept one bit of your humanity. You could have faced up to what you've done. Taken your punishment. Been a decent human being. What am I saying? You're not that. You can't ever have been. When you die, no one will mourn for you. We could kill you in here. Dump your body on a beach. No one would care. No one would notice. But we're more than you. I will not be broken by this. We all get to live. But you've no life left. Not here.
You definitely.
Shut up! Just shut up, you piece of shit!
I'm sorry.
You are not sorry!
Right.
If you were sorry, you'd have pleaded guilty.
Right.
You heard what she said, you are leaving and you are never coming back. And you will never see either of your children again.
Even my son?
You can't do that.
I can do that. If you try and see them, if you follow them, if you go to their schools, if you contact them in any way, I will kill you.
And I'm not fucking around.
And unlike you, I will face the consequences.
I'll kill you and then I'll be like, I killed
And
him.
I'm going to jail. Because
You
motherfucker, I
are
ain't scared.
dead to us. Do you understand?
Oof. You dead to me.
Now you're coming with us.
That's small town justice right there. people.
Your bags are in the cab. It'll take you to Bournemouth train station. A Vicky friend of mine will meet you there and make sure you get on the train to Sheffield. I've got you into a halfway house. From there, you're on your own.
But get the fuck out of our town.
Ooh. Who are all these people?
The town.
I gotta walk past all these people to get to the cab?
Can I walk around
Yeah,
the
what's
house?
going on, man? Like,
yes! Alright.
walk of shame. Shame!
You think you can banish me? We're sure of it, Joe.
For sure. Your wife already, or your ex-wife already told
And
you.
this is your son who's standing by me right now, just so you know.
By the way, I'm ready to contact them because when you still need to get divorced, I need all the information.
I already took care of this the whole time you were in town.
Okay, because we have to fill out all this paperwork, you know, Social Security now.
Already handled.
Okay, got it. I won't have no reason for you to come back.
What time's your taxi coming?
About half an hour. You don't have to wait.
Right.
We were good together.
Molly, I couldn't have done this without you.
No, you couldn't. And you didn't.
No, you couldn't.
Seriously.
Don't be nice to me. It's not how it works.
Yeah,
So where are you going to go?
I don't know. Close to Daisy, I need to be near my daughter.
Yeah, quite right. What? Hey, thanks for everything.
Aren't she?
Yeah, I'm not hugging you.
Yeah, it really ain't no good divorce now.
We're late. Yeah, but we've got crisps.
Hello. Yeah, you like your fried thing. She's got a red nose.
She got that baby smell. You already know.
Where to then, sir?
Somewhere not here. Alright, that was episode 8, the season finale of season 2 of what has become an amazing 2 seasons of watching TV. Crime, thriller, mystery. One of the saddest shows I've seen in a very long time, but yet one of the most satisfying shows I've seen. They're very enthralling, action-packed, not action-packed, but like the action of like, yeah, like holy shit, like you get you there. It's stressful, anxiety-driven. You don't know where it's gonna go, where it's gonna turn. The acting is like on a whole nother level of top-notch. I mean, it is just amazing show. If I want to recommend something to somebody, it will be this show right here, Broadchurch. It is hard hitting in the first season for sure, with the heart impacting emotion if you're not a psycho crazy person, right? It will hit you like that. Like, they just say it. And then it goes to the aftermath of all that happening, and you still got a mystery to unfold on there. Plus, they add another one on top of that onion bloom. And it is just off the chain the way that it ended. Surprising, too, still at the end. And holy shit, I just cannot say enough about the writing. Is very, very, very good. And I loved every minute of it. And I'm still surprised on the way that it ended, even though I kind of predicted that second murder right there with Alex and them. Like, you know, yeah, it went the way that I did, but, you know, I didn't foresee how the triangle of murder went down, right? Like, how the manipulation. But then if you think about it now it all makes sense. You know, Alex is just the master manipulator, the ringleader of all of it anyway. Claire. And that's how it happened, you know? And, okay.
I mean, she was the manipulator of cover-up. She didn't create any of the situation, though.
No, but she did create league. I mean, you know, okay, everybody had a part to play in there, right? And that I'm glad that that's finally put the rest on there on what that was, because now that all makes sense now that I see it at the end there. And I like the fact that we finally got some justice for the mom and dad of was it Tom?
No, Tom is the kid that's alive still.
Yeah, what's the
But
one?
listen to Mark and
Mark, I'm glad they got some justice. I thought they was about to go like beat him up, or fuck him up, or kill him, but that would have been like a whole season 3. But they brought him over there, and just so she can have her moment with him, and I thought that was beautifully done. And you kicked him out of town, don't bring your ass back, all that. I thought that worked flawlessly. So, look. Flawless 2 seasons, 100%. Love the show. Thanks for picking it. Thank you guys for keep it going all this time for us to get all the way through it, because it was worth it. And I can't say enough about it. And can't wait to see a season 3 if that's what they got.
Shout out again to executive producer Nigel Rue for sponsoring the finale of season 2. We really appreciate it. I mean, it's unfortunate that this show wasn't voted in. It's such a huge show. It's been so monumental as far as like the experience of being able to react to a show like this, and just the enjoyment of watching a show to this like caliber of like not high level concept, but high level execution of both the acting and the writing. But that's why we appreciate the sponsorships for this show so much, because otherwise we wouldn't have an opportunity to check it out in the way that we have. Season 1 is a hard season to beat, just because you're so, the ending specifically, I didn't see it coming at all as far as it being Joe. But I'm so surprised about how invested and how much those feelings and emotions were still a part of season 2, and going through a court case in which I already knew he was guilty. There was nothing about the court case that like was surprising. It was more so the frustration of being the person, and it like, we're part of the family now. Like, we know Joe did it. Yeah. Why don't you see it? And even you're being like, how did they get this wrong as a jury? Because you're so invested in knowing that Joe's wrong. But like the way the court plays out, and the way they made all the mistakes that they made, and the way that's why Joe got off, it's just so well written. It's not romantic in any way. It's not like that picture perfect situation that you hope it plays out. It's so real life and authentic, and I feel like that's why this show stands on its own 2 feet just in that regard too, because it's so real. And I was hella disappointed, that Joe didn't get convicted. But I also, the season showed us piece by piece how much our team fucked up. Like, it was like... And
I think that's what Meredith said, too, to the other lawyer. Like, I know it's sometimes not fair, but it is noble, right? It is. Because, you're right. We're looking at it we already know what happened. But if you look at it from the real point of view, they did not prove without a shadow of a doubt, reason of doubt, that he did it. And we did so many. There was so many. Like, even the fact that's the way you gotta think of it. Yes, right.
So like that to play it all the way through with a non-guilty. Was so brave of the writers to write it. But it made so much sense. And honestly, the way that it plays at the end, that Joe completely thought he was free. He already had a notion. He went to the priest and be like, how do I get back with my family? The fact that he has no remorse, none whatsoever. He feels he can get back to his life and it'd be no non-issue. I do appreciate the way...
like you didn't do it.
I know, so I appreciate the fact that, like, he's at the freest he's ever going to be, because now he doesn't have to worry about the court or whatever, and yet you're still banned, and the things that you thought you could get with no non-plus just work out a little bit, have been clearly articulated. You are banned from the city, and don't come for your kids because you will get murdered. And I'm cool. I'm cool going to jail. I'd be like, I murdered Joe because he tried to holler at my kids. Like, although you were, you were a scaredy cat and you can't be courageous, and the one moment that you had to own up to it you couldn't do, I will legit kill you if you come for my kids. And I will tell everybody I did. So I'm good. I love the way that played out so much. I didn't think that I was going to be okay with the way that it played out, knowing that he had the non-guilty verdict. But again, that speaks to the quality of the writing of the show and how much more I felt fulfilled in the fact that the way they handled it. I'm totally happy with. I don't have any. I'm good. I'm so good.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, just that moment of, I can't think of the mom's name right now, but having that direct conversation with Joe too, and being like, and even Miller being able to speak to him directly too. Both of those moments were such moments that, like, we've been waiting this whole entire season for, that you wouldn't have gotten if he went to jail. So, like, it's just well written, and I'm very happy with the way that it played out. As far as the other case, that was a great accompaniment, however you say that, as far as having something else that that we aren't aware of how it's going to play out, so to speak, another mystery, but in a more subtle undertone type of way. But I didn't see it exactly playing out in the way that it did, as far as being able to everything that was revealed this final episode. But again, it was surprising. It made sense. It was very entertaining all the way through. And I appreciated the way that everything was ultimately revealed. Although heartbreaking, the show will, like, fucking make you lose faith in humanity. Like, Jesus Christ, what you do to these baby kids. But it was a really good season, and that's saying a lot, again, coming after the season 1 that we had. So really appreciate, again, Nigeru sponsoring the finale, but also very excited that JoJo's coming through to sponsor episode 1 of season 3 within the same month, so we can jump right into it. So thank you so much for everybody who has sponsored this show so far. We really appreciate it. I can't wait to check out the next episode.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another EP sponsored reaction for Broadchurch Season 2, the season finale, episode number 8, and until next time, peace.